According to the arrest report, around 3 a.m. Saturday, Doherty positioned himself in the middle of the street in the entertainment district.
We challenge y'all to a duel. Come on.
Miami Beach police say he repeatedly refused to follow officers' commands.
Jack Doherty just got arrested in Miami, and honestly, no one is surprised at all. Like, if anything, people are celebrating that he's finally facing some consequences. Jack was literally flexing on a yacht just hours before getting arrested. And then boom, mugshot and felony charges. And let me tell you, when you hear what led to this arrest and everything that's been building up to this moment, you're going to understand why nobody's rushing to his defense. On November 15th, 2025, Jack Doherty, the 22-year-old YouTuber with around 15 million subscribers, was arrested in Miami Beach facing 1 felony charge and 2 misdemeanors. Around 3:12 in the morning, Jack was literally standing in the middle of a busy street blocking traffic to film content. Police approached him multiple times telling him to move, but Jack said he'd move when he was done with his bet. Yes, a bet.
What? All right, after I hit this hand.
I'm about to go to jail.
Huh?
He was apparently finishing some kind of challenge for his live stream audience and just expected the cops to wait around while he got his content. The officers were not having it. After repeatedly warning him that he'd be arrested if he didn't comply, they detained him outside a smoke shop. And this is where things got way more serious. When they searched him before putting him in the police car, which is standard procedure during any arrest, they allegedly found something pretty damning. Allegedly half of an orange pill that's believed to be a Schedule II amphetamine and multiple hand-rolled cannabis joints. Just like that, what started as a traffic obstruction turned into 3 criminal charges: possession of a controlled substance, which is a felony, possession of 20 grams or less of cannabis, which is a misdemeanor, and resisting an officer without violence, another misdemeanor. And let me tell you, Miami Beach officials were not impressed by his follower count at all. Commissioner Joe Magazine went absolutely viral, calling Jack an entitled little head and making it super clear that influencers need to respect the city, the cops, and the laws, just like everyone else. The message could not have been clearer. Your social media fame means absolutely nothing here. But here's the thing, to really understand why the internet is basically throwing a party over this arrest, you need to look at everything Jack's been doing for years. Because this wasn't just one bad decision on one wild night. Jack built his entire career on chaos. And I'm not talking about the fun, harmless kind of chaos where everyone's laughing and having a good time. I'm talking about the kind where he harasses people until they snap, then films their reaction like it's peak entertainment. His whole brand is being a public nuisance for views and clout. In his early days, Jack did lighthearted pranks, like going trick-or-treating the day after Halloween, silly stuff that got views without actually hurting anyone. But as his channel grew, he went from harmless pranks to full-blown public disturbances, getting kicked out of stores for messing with displays, shutting off the lights at Walmart. He's claimed he's banned from Walmart across the country, and he's made whole videos about going back to locations he says he's banned from. But it gets worse. His pranks evolved into straight-up harassment. He'd approach random strangers on the street during live streams, deliberately antagonize them, and film their reactions. And when things would escalate, his bodyguard would step in to handle any real danger, while Jack stayed safely behind the camera, running his mouth, turning his streams into these spectacles that were just hard to watch. And while all this controversy was building his online persona, it didn't always work in his favor. Commentary channels documented that on January 7th, 2024, Jack got a 24-hour kick ban after asking a girl to expose herself on stream. A few days later, a few creators who were criticizing him said that he falsely copyright claimed their videos, allegedly trying to silence them and make money off their content. But up until this point, Jack had barely faced any real consequences for his behavior. That was all about to change. On February 21st, 2024, a personal injury lawsuit was filed against Jack and his bodyguard Justin Gosley, and the details in this lawsuit are pretty intense. The document alleged that on October 28, 2023, at a Halloween party, the plaintiff was outside talking to Jack and his bodyguard. At one point, the bodyguard asked Jack, "What are we doing?" And Jack responded, "We're going to fight, us two versus you two." "All right, go." He literally gestured that he and his bodyguard were going to fight this guy and his friend. Moments later, the bodyguard allegedly attacked the plaintiff, sending him to the ground and causing serious injuries. And Jack allegedly posted the whole thing on Twitter and continued to profit from the views while this guy was dealing with his injuries. The lawsuit highlighted something really important. It seems to show a pattern of Jack filming himself antagonizing members of the public, then having his security guards intimidate and attack them if they react. The documents allegedly included links to various other altercations, proving this wasn't a one-time thing. While that case is still going through the courts, the fact that it exists at all could encourage other people he's terrorized to come forward with their own lawsuits. And given how many people he's harassed on stream, that's a lot of potential legal trouble. With each passing day, more people were turning against Jack, and then his inner circle started speaking out. On March 30th, 2024, two of Jack's former friends and a former employee collaborated on a video called "Jack Doherty Must Be Stopped." These were people who knew him personally, who lived with him, who worked with him, and they were not holding back. Ricky and Nick explained that they met Jack back in 2017 when they were all starting to blow up on YouTube. They became friends, filmed videos together, and even moved into a house together in 2021. Matthew, who worked with Jack from 3 million subscribers all the way to 10 million, joined them to share what he witnessed behind the scenes. In the video, they said Jack uses substances, surrounds himself with people who secretly hate him, and cares more about profits than actual human connection. Matthew revealed that Jack's own brother says all the time that the only thing Jack thinks about is money, and everyone on the team would privately complain about hating their job but feeling like they had no other options. They also called out how Jack allegedly promotes adult content to his young audience. Most of his viewers are literal kids, but he has multiple girls signed to his agency where he takes the majority of their income, pays them small salaries, and promotes their OnlyFans through his platforms allegedly. Like, kids who subscribe for prank videos are now seeing him push explicit content. Even more concerning were the personal details they shared. His former friends claimed Jack used to shoplift when they lived together. He allegedly would open boxes of food in grocery stores, eat the contents, and leave empty packaging on shelves for workers to clean up. When they tried to talk to him about it, he'd just brush them off. They also said he allegedly would scan only 1 item out of 5 at self-checkout, essentially stealing repeatedly. Despite all their criticism, his former friends said they genuinely wanted to help him, but Jack's response to all the feedback was to dismiss it as hate rather than people trying to help. Another former associate named Norway accused Jack of housing a minor at his residence. He claimed that a 17-year-old girl was at the house and that Jack didn't kick her out when he was told about it. Jack defended himself on Twitter, saying the minor was invited by someone else and was kicked out immediately when he found out. But here's the thing, Norway wasn't the only one making these kinds of accusations. Neon had brought up similar allegations months earlier, claiming Jack gets 17-year-old girls the night before their birthday, takes them on expensive yachts, gets them intoxicated, and has them sign contracts giving him half their earnings. And going back even further to December 2023, Natalie Reynolds made similar claims on Twitter about Jack waiting for a girl's birthday to get her intoxicated and sign a contract on a yacht. Now, none of these allegations have been proven in court, so we have to be clear about that. But the fact that multiple people close to Jack are making similar accusations is definitely raising eyebrows. And it shows that the people who once surrounded him are slowly turning against him and speaking out about what they allegedly witnessed. Let's talk about the McLaren crash, because this is where Jack's pattern of recklessness becomes impossible to ignore. In October 2024, Jack crashed his McLaren, a car worth over $200,000, while live streaming on a Miami highway in the rain. The footage literally shows him looking down at his phone before he hydroplanes into a barrier. The car is completely totaled. But here's what really upset people. His cameraman Michael was injured, bleeding, and needed stitches at the hospital. And Jack seemed more worried about the wrecked car and his investment than his friend's health, or at least that what it looks like. And people watching the stream seem to agree. They say things like, "Your friend is hurt and you're focused on the car." That seemed to tell the viewers everything they needed to know about his priorities. Florida Highway Patrol cited him for using a wireless device while driving. Kick banned him from streaming, but this seems to be the pattern with Jack. Consequences never stick. Kick eventually unbanned him, only to ban him again after he live-streamed a street fight involving his security and a heckler. And we can't forget the golf cart incident with his ex-girlfriend McKinley Richardson. Jack literally uploaded videos titled, "I flipped a golf cart on my girlfriend," and "I put my girlfriend in the hospital," showing him flipping a golf cart with McKinley inside, then taking her to get medical treatment. Not because he was genuinely concerned, but because it made good content. It was a thumbnail opportunity. McKinley later described the crash as part of a bigger pattern, where Jack would allegedly risk her safety for views. She said he cared more about getting footage than whether she was actually okay. She also made serious allegations about substance use, claiming Jack abused Adderall, wasn't prescribed it anymore, and kept buying it. According to her, he'd allegedly mix it with heavy drinking and sometimes pressure employees to take it so they'd work better. These are McKinley's allegations that she shared publicly in interviews and podcasts. They're not criminal charges or proven facts, but they definitely add context now that Jack's been arrested with an amphetamine-type pill in his pocket, allegedly. Like, her claims suddenly seem a lot more believable. She also described the relationship as controlling and manipulative. She said Jack pressured her into joining OnlyFans under contracts that gave him control over her social media and income. She alleged emotional mistreatment and referenced incidents that sounded really concerning. Though we have to be clear, these are her side of the story. But when you combine her allegations with what the public already sees in his content, the pattern becomes really hard to ignore. Because it's not just his ex who ended up hurt. Everyone around Jack seems to be one stunt away from the emergency room. So when news of Jack's Miami arrest broke, the internet absolutely did not rush to his defense. If anything, people seemed relieved. Comment sections under news articles were full of people celebrating, saying things like "finally" and "karma" and "only dude on the internet literally no one likes." The relief was real. Almost immediately after getting released, reports said Jack was back online posting about his time in jail. Some outlets even noted he might be turning his mugshot into merch or meme material, because of course he is. Even a felony charge becomes content in his world. Even jail time becomes brand material. But here's the difference this time. People are openly saying they're tired of watching him hurt people and face zero consequences. They're tired of platforms giving him money to be reckless. They're tired of him treating everyone around him like disposable props. From the look of things, Jack is running out of allies fast. The friends and bodyguards he used to hide behind are speaking out against him. Nobody in the creator community wants to be associated with him. And honestly, I think it's been a long time coming. But what do you guys think about all of this? Do you think Jack deserves a second chance? Or has he already had too many chances? Should platforms cut him off completely? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Thank you so much for watching, and I will talk to you in the next video.